After living in Australia for over a decade, one thing I noticed is people have a different idea what is a tough life. Just from anecdotal experience, 6 out of 10 Australian born that I know find saving money for rainy days is not natural when things are going well in life. While the first generation migrant like myself or people from Chinese or Indian background find it second nature. You can say it's out of necessity coming to a foreign country with no social network, but not everyone is doing it when things are going tough. For example, I know one lady who is saying everything is so expensive and it's really hard to put money aside if she really wants to. So being a helpful friend, I suggest her to give up her dog. It could easily save her $5,000 a year. But no, she won't give it up. I get it. Pet is part of a family here in Australia, not just a fluffy, high-maintenance toy. It's not for me to judge her decisions. I was born and grew up in Jakarta, Indonesia. We love our pets, but to say pet is part of our family is just taking it too far. I bring up my friend's story just to show you guys that hopefully I do have enough awareness that what we deem as luxury as the first generation migrant, might be a necessity in other countries. For a record, I'm not trying to minimize people's struggle. High cost of living pressure is real in Australia. My heart goes out to those who is doing it tough. In this video, I'm going to share why I find putting money aside is natural and easy. When I say easy, it means that I don't feel missing out, depriving myself, or feel the urge to keep updating my material possessions. I only buy when the things that I own no longer fit the purpose. Most people know that putting money aside for rainy days is a smart thing to do, but they don't find it natural because it feels like they are lowering their standard of living. Also, we only live once, and our time on earth is limited. So why don't we just splurge every now and then if we can afford it? This video is not about how to cut back expense here and there. There's plenty of that in the internet. Here, I'm just want to share my thought process. A quick disclaimer before I start. Some of you might feel judged or attacked as I share my thoughts. Let me say this, that's not my intention. It's your money, you work hard for it, you have every damn right to spend however you want it. Let that being said, let's jump into the video. A bit of background about myself. My parents have always lived a frugal lifestyle. That's a privileged environment to grow up, if I think about it now. But it didn't feel like that back then. Later in my adulting years, I realized that it's harder to fall into poverty if you live a frugal lifestyle. But I didn't fully internalize that till I broke up to Marketing 101 lecture in uni. The point of marketing is not to promote your products or services, but to create perceived needs. Something clicked when I heard that. It's the first time that I heard company can create needs out of thin air. Before that lecture, I was naive. I assumed that the whole point of marketing campaign is to raise the awareness of your brand and then to tell the world how your product or service is better compared to what is available in the market. We are emotional and social beings. We want to feel good about ourselves. Marketing exploits this by creating needs. The need to have their products to make us feel a certain way. Want to feel rich and cool like an Iron Man? Then drive Tesla. Want to feel cool and like a gentleman? Then wear
Rolex.
Amiga.
Beautiful.
I'm not having a go at them. I personally love their design. Just to be clear, those feelings are legit. But I don't believe that we can satisfy psychological needs with commercial solutions. And that brings me to the second point. Saving money is easy because I strive for fit for purpose. Not the best, not the most expensive that can boost my ego. We live in consumerism society where what we consume defines who we are. Big brands spend billions of dollars on advertising to shape our perception of quality of life and identity. In a way, brands replace the feeling of tribes in modern societies. What you wear, what sort of brand that you have, communicates which tribe or social class you belong to. In Indonesia, we have a saying, ada harga, ada barang. You get what you pay for, implying that the higher that you pay, the better the quality. But that's not always true. The first thing that comes into my mind is a luxury fashions. A $20 Uniqlo will do the same job as a $1,000 Balenciaga t-shirt. We wear t-shirt to look good and feel comfy. And Uniqlo shirt like this one here is good enough for me. For Balenciaga to justify the $1,000 price tag, it should look like this. To live is to consume. Consumption is part of life. There's nothing wrong with that. What I'm doing here is just to put the consumption back to where it belongs, stripping away all the superficial values. I see my personal belongings as my employees. No sane boss will want to keep a highly paid employees mucking around, doing nothing, and losing money for the business. Likewise, I'm not going to buy expensive stuff with little utility values that is really high maintenance. It will feel like a burden to me and a drop in quality of life. Saving money is easy when we see our personal belongings as our servants. They are there to serve us. Does it mean that I'm always rational and never buy things based on emotions? Of course not. I'm not a robot. I love mechanical watches. It's fascinating to see how hundreds of small pieces based on ancient technology assembled meticulously come together to create a smooth sweeping movement. That brings me to the next point. Saving money is easy because we have more control over expense than income, generally. Outside emergency expense like car breaks down or kids break their leg, we generally have more control over income. Yes, of course, you can always get like a better high-paying job, or maybe if you're a business owner, you can spend more on marketing to bring the business in. But that's all you can do, right? You control the process, but not the outcome. You can get rejection after rejection, or maybe the market doesn't respond as positive as you like to. I'm not saying that you should stop doing all of that. By all means, keep doing it. In fact, part of the reason why I start this YouTube channel, I still have 889 hours to smash to monetize this. So guys, please give it a like and subscribe. Reining in your expense, on the other hand, will give you instant result. Money saved is money earned. The regular expense that is no longer incurred or at least reduced feels like a pay rise. Back to the mechanical watch. So I pulled the trigger and bought this $200 mechanical watch from AliExpress. I know a $40 Casio will keep a better time, but that beside the point. I could have sold my kidney and get the Omega Seamaster that I really like, but this is good enough for me. And the enjoyment I get is even better because I feel like that's a fair price. I'm not suggesting to cut your expense to bare minimum. Just practice conscious spending and ask yourself, does this spending align to my long-term goals and values? I value freedom from money worry a lot, and that makes saving money is an easy decision. Now let's go to the last reason why I find saving money is easy. Saving money is easy because it increases our odds of surviving. Like we say in Indonesia, sedia payung sebelum hujan. Get the umbrella ready before it rains. Some call it emergency fund, but I like to call it survival fund. It's there for the peace of mind, and you hope you will never have to use it. At the time of this video, we are going through a trade war, global economic recession, and global instability. At my workplace, there's also a talk about restructure. And I have seen some of my colleagues have been made redundant in the last 2 weeks. My days might be numbered, but I don't control what is happening around me. I see it as a great reminder why saving money is so important for those who didn't have a saving money habit, and I hope this is a wake-up call that you need. That's it for me, guys. Please give it a like and subscribe if you learned something new. Then I will see you next time. Bye.